Hi guys, I'm planning on doing a complete playthrough of the missions that are inside the game Neo-Morphosis. Mission 1 is the tutorial, or rather this is mission 0, is called Welcome to Hell, and we are going to be playing this mission all the way through. So my plan for this is to play all of the missions, but it all depends on what this video does. If there's not enough people watching, then there's no point, because it takes a lot of effort to film and edit one of these videos. So the mission objectives for this mission will be to find the elevator and reach the command center. The victory conditions are: open the blue door remotely using the terminal in Sector 1. Fix the elevator in Sector 6. Get all the crew members to the elevator. I don't think that means we've got to actually leave the area, as long as we get to the elevator and it is repaired so we can leave. Additional rules: remove emergency cards for Sectors 7 and 8. Do not place any alien infestation card in Sector 2. Place a broken door token on the door in Sector 6. This is the broken elevator you must repair. So before we start, I need to pick out which characters I'm going to be playing as. Whatever characters I get, I will be using in this tutorial, and I will also be using them for the rest of the playthrough if this video gets enough attention where I feel like I should carry on. So I'm going to roll the dice, and since there's only 2 characters for, I believe this is the engineers, is if it's an odd number, I'll go with this guy, and if it's an even number, I'll go with a girl, which has the tank. So it's an even number, so we're playing as her, not playing as him. Same thing with these, odd and even. So if it's an odd number, I'm playing as Robert. If it's an even number, I'm playing as Della. It's an odd number, so I'm playing as Robert. So, numbers 1 and 2, I play as Ella. Number 3 and 4, I play as Doc. And numbers 5 and 6, I play as Zach. 2, so that means I'm playing as Ella. And for, I believe this is physics? So if I roll as 1 or 2, I play as Pedro. 2 or 3, I play as Tatiana. And 4 or 5, I will play as Carolyn. 1, so I'm playing as Pedro. So these are going to be your heroes for this playthrough. I will not be changing any of these. If we do well, great. If we don't, well, that's just the way it goes. I wasn't expecting a red carpet when we finally reached this horrifying base. But come on, not a single soul there to greet us. Strange, even for this place. The World Exit Research Station? What a ridiculous name. Anyway, Yuri suggested we find the elevator and go down to the command center. Fine by me. Okay, so as I play along on this game, I'm going to try and teach a few things. I may make some mistakes. If you spot any mistakes, I ask that you put them down in the comments section and I'll get back to you. If you have any questions, also write it in the comments and I'll get back to you. And if you can, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel as I'm trying to grow. So here we have 4 cards, and what we can do is join matching parts to give us bonuses. So for example, if we match up the Ripper icon with the Ripper icon, that will give us 1 extra attack and 1 extra attack. So that's 2 extra attack on there. Now if I match up, let's see what can we match on this. So we've got your Rippers there, which is indicated on the card of here. These are your Rippers. I have also got, for the larvae worms, an extra 1 bonus. There's only 1 there. I could turn it to have 1 defense, but I'm going for a bonus attack. And I'm also going to go for a 1 bonus attack on eggs. They have to match up, and if I, for example, if that was to go there, it wouldn't work because those 2 don't match. It has to always match up. Each sector is indicated with the white lines, as you can see here. So that is 3 sectors in one. You've got the L shape there as one sector, an upside down L shape there as another sector, and the straight line there as a sector. Opening a door, closing a door costs 1 action. You have 3 actions per character. I have a round tracker here. This is our control panel. Each round, I will move this down until we get down to 0, and if I do not get out before we get down to the bottom, we fail. More about this as the game goes on. So Alice opens the door, that's 1 action. She walks through the door, that's a 2nd action, and she's going to pick up that item. That item, we don't know what it is yet, we're just going to move this over, and it is a USB key. So a USB key is something that you can use for replace a repaired token on 1 emergency. That could come in very valuable later. So where's Alice? Put that in a backpack. And that was her 3 actions done. You can put her in anywhere in that area in that action because it doesn't really matter. So the next one we're going to use, I'm going to call him Brutus. He's going to go 1, 2. Let's see what his skill level is for this. So he has a skill value of 5 for this token. And he could get this, which is a max shield. So I need to roll a 2 or above. And I rolled it out, but it was a 3, so he did get it. So I'm going to take that off the board. And he gains a max shield. On these item cards, you either have triangles or rectangles. If you have a triangle on both sides, you can keep adding onto them. If it doesn't have one on this end, then that's the last item you can get, and it stops there. So now if we go to his card, you can see the triangle matches with a triangle there, square matches with square, and so on and so on. So that's the end of his turn, is it? 1, 2, yeah, that's 3 actions. So now with this guy, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then with Ella, we're going to go 1, close the door for the 2nd action, and 2, that's the end of her turn. So I don't forget, I am now going to push this down to say that I've finished 1 round. There's nothing we can do with the aliens as of yet, because we've not opened the door, we don't know what's in there, there's nothing to happen, there are no actions. So now I have to decide which room am I going to go in. I have to go into that room to use that control panel to unlock that door, otherwise we can't get out. This room is kind of optional. I don't see anything in the rules that we have to clear all rooms on this mission, but we're going to do it anyway. So as it's the start of a new round, I'm going to use this guy to unlock that door for his 1st action, and that reveals what is in here. 2 eggs and 1 ripper. So we get 2 eggs and 1 ripper. The ripper goes in section 3, so section 3 is there, and 1 egg goes in section 1, and 1 egg goes in section 2. All that in 1 action. Now he's going to go in there, because he can't do ranged, I don't believe. Where is he? He does no range. So he's going to go in there. That was his 2nd action, and he's going to attack that now with his 3rd action. The way combat works in this is we look at this character's attack value, which is 6+, against an egg's defense of 8. So he would need a 2 or above to destroy the eggs. We have the bonus here for 1 extra damage. So he needs to roll a 2 or above in order to destroy the eggs. So we give it a roll. It's a 5. Those eggs are destroyed and gone. And it's always wise to get rid of eggs quite quick, because you don't know what they're going to spawn in. So that's the end of all the actions for him. I'm just going to step him aside, because he's just going to block the door otherwise. So now we've got these characters. We are going to use ranged now, because we need to. So she's going to go use 1, 2, and now she's got 1 more action. Using her action, I'm going to attack the Ripper. because we have a bonus of 2 against rippers. So looking at her attack value of 6, 7, 8, we have an attack value of 8 against the rippers' defense of 8. So it's pretty much all we need is a 1 or above, which we're going to get. We got a 1. So there we go. The ripper is now off the board. And that's the end of her turn. And we're going to have to do the same here as well. So we're going to use her. That's 1, because she can go into that area. 2, and she's going to attack it because she has a range of 1 as well. And her attack value of 4 with a bonus of 1, so we'll call it 5, against the eggs 8, which means we need a 4 or above. 1, she failed. This is not good. Those eggs are going to hatch at the end of this round. Now with this guy, I'm just going to move him up to there, and I'm just going to spend his points just wasting time sitting there, because it'd be a waste of time for me to move him in there. So at the end of that round, I'm going to move the token down. I prefer to do it after the player turn, just so I don't forget. Because we have an egg in there, we now have to roll a dice to see what happens with that egg. And it doesn't hatch. We are extremely lucky there. I don't know if you can see it. There is no symbol, so it doesn't hatch. What a relief. I don't know if there's any point to it, but we're going to pull this. We'll just see what it says. Larvae and slugs attack walls. Doesn't matter. There are no larvae or slugs. Rippers, slugs, doesn't matter. Special actions we're not doing, and the bottom one there means Neo-Morphosis aliens. There are no aliens, there's just an egg. So now it is the start of the next round. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to use Alice to attack the egg. So Alice has an attack value of 4 with the bonus of 5. The egg's defense is 8, so she needs a 4 or above. It's a 2, she failed. Going to do a next move. She failed again, and a last move, 3, she failed. That was a waste of points, so now we're going to use Ellen Ridley, and she has an attack value of 6, plus the bonus, which brings it to 7, against the defense of 8, so she needs a 2 or more on a dice roll. 3, we finally got rid of the eggs. Whew. Her next move is going to be to pick up this, and we'll see what she just got. She just got life support gear. Ignore all effects from fire suppression system compromised sectors. That's not going to be any use to us this round, but we're still going to put it in a backpack. That was her second move, and now she's going to leave that room. 1. Well, that's actually a third go. So now we've got this guy here, and now I've got to weigh the options. Is it worth going there and creating something? In my opinion, no. It's too much work getting over there to make it, so I'm just going to leave the room. So he's going to go 1, and he's just going to wait in this area here. And with this guy, we're just going to wait again. And that's it. That's going to be the end of that turn. So we're going to play this down one more round. And now we're going to the next round, because there's no aliens on the board. There's nothing to activate. So now we're going to the next round. We want to get her out of that room. So it's going to be 1, close the door, 2, and the next thing she's going to do is open this door, 3. That's all her points used. So while she does that, we find out what's in that room. 2 eggs and a ripper. So we've got 2 eggs, 1 in sector 1, 1 in sector 2, which is in the same area, and we have a slug now. And the slug goes in sector 3. So now I have all my actions for all the other characters. The first thing I'm going to do is the people that don't have any range is use those guys first. So we're going to go 1. He has 2 actions left, and I'm going to use both of his actions to attack the eggs. We're going to go for this egg closest to him first. He has an attack value of 6 against the eggs 8, plus the bonus. So he needs a 2 or above in order to destroy the egg. He got a 4, that's 1 egg gone. We're going to need to roll again for the other egg for his last action. A 5. Both of those eggs have been destroyed. That's his actions done. Now we need to worry about the slug, which can be quite nasty, especially if he survives this round. So now, with the characters that do have actions left, we're going to put this big guy in the room. 1, 2, and he has 1 action left, so we're going to do an attack. And he has a attack value of 5. We have no bonuses, so it's straight attack value of 5 against the slug's defense of 8, which means he needs to roll a 4 or above. He got a 5. Whew, we are getting lucky with these rolls this time. So we have 1 character left, and I forgot which guy we left in there. So I'm assuming we've used all the actions for this one. I think it's Ella Ridley that we have the actions for. So with her, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and she's going to stay there for the next round, use the computer terminal, and that's going to be the end of that round. We're going to move the game round marker down 1 more. We are quickly going through this game. We're about a quarter of the way through it, which is quite worrying. I need to speed things up. This is why I've left that behind, because I feel if I wasted the moves going there, it's just going to slow me down even further. Because there are no aliens on the board at the minute, I don't have to do any actions for the alien spawning. Now, I have options. I can use Ella to look at the cameras and see what's in this room. And I don't think I'm going to waste an action doing it, but I am going to try and open that door. Now, to open a door, I have to roll that symbol there, which looks like a triangle or a beaker. Now, we look at Ella's dice, and it says here she has 4 dice. I'm going to roll 4 dice and hope I get that symbol with one of them. So here we go. And we do. Right here we have the beaker, the triangle, which means she has successfully unlocked that door. Now this part, I'm not quite sure if it actually opens or it just unlocks. So we're going to pretend that that's closed but open, if you know what I mean. It's not locked anymore. So that was her first action. Now with her second action, should we look in a room or do something else? I'm thinking let's start getting back out of the room and start making some progress. So that was her first action, second, third, and it ends in that space. With this guy, I'm going to leave the room. So that's 1, 2, 3, and he's ready to go in there. Now with this guy, we're going to pick up that, because we're in the same area as it. We're going to pick up and see what was inside that box. And it is a instruction pad. That could come in very useful, actually. So we're going to put that in his backpack. And then we're going to go that was his second action. And then third action is also standing by that door. Ella's stuck in that room for this round. This lady, I'm going to move into this area. So it's 1, because it is 1 action from go to there to there. That's the end of that round. Because there are no aliens on board, we don't have to do any alien cards. We're going to move this down one more space. Let's say another round has finished. And we're going to start a brand new round, starting with Ella, because we need her to close that door and get ready to breach this room. So we're going to go 1, close the door. That's the second action done. And 3. Now she's there. I'm going to put her at the back so I don't forget that she's used her actions. Now we've got 3 more characters and we've got a bunch of actions to do. And we're going to open this door and hope there's no bad news in this room. So we unlock the door, we see inside, and we find that there is, oh boy, 2 eggs. One in section 1 and one in section 2. We have 1 Ripper, and the Ripper is in section 1. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And we have a slug in section 3, which is there. Oh dear. So the character that I used to open the door was this guy. So that was his first action. His second action is to go into the room, and I'm going to have him attack the... Should I have him go for the Ripper or an egg? I'm just going to get him go for a Ripper. So he has an attack value of 6 against the Ripper's defense of 8 with an extra 2. So we only need a 1 or above. We know we're going to do it. There we go. That's 1 egg done. And now I'm going to get him to do the other egg. Again, we need a... Oh, I'm sorry. That was the Ripper I was supposed to go for. Sorry about that. I made that mistake. It was the Ripper that he killed. Now he's going for an egg. So now he needs a 2 or above. Let me just check the math. Yes, a 2 or above. And he got a 2, so the egg's gone. That was the end of his rounds. Actually, no, I think I just gave him an extra move. He unlocked the door, went into the room. Yes, so no, he didn't destroy that egg. I gave him an extra move there. This is what I mean, I've got to catch myself out. So now we've got these characters left. I'm going to go with the melee characters first, so I'm going to use 1 action to go into the room with this guy. And he's now going to go for the eggs. He has an attack value of 5 with the bonus of 1, so we'll call it 6. He needs 3 or above for an egg. He got a 3, so that's 1 egg destroyed. This egg has been on and off that board more times than anything else. Got 1 more go. And a 3, he got both those eggs. We are having some great luck. So now with those 2 in that 1 area, this 1 square, we have 1 character left, and it's this lady here. She has a range of 1. That's in the second space away from her. She needs to be in there, so I'm going to use her first action to go 1, and go use her last 2 actions to try and kill the slug. So now we look at her attack value of 4. That's the only thing we have, no bonuses, against the slug's defense of 8. We need a 5 or above, and I have 2 attempts. We got a 6, and it is gone. And the reason it's gone is if we look at the slug, oh no we don't, it has 2 lives. I think I might have made a mistake and let 1 die earlier when I shouldn't have. So now I have to roll again and hope I get a 5 or above. Otherwise, it's still alive. No, it's still alive. Bad news bears. So now it's the end of our turn. I'm just going to put that down 1 more area. And now we have the fun time of seeing what this slug is about to do to us. Okay, so rippers and slugs attack walls. We'll do that first. So it has an attack damage of 2 against a wall that has a defense of 5. So it needs to have a 4 or above. Ah, no. We have an emergency on board. I'll turn that over once I finish with this part. Next, larvae. We don't have any rippers, we don't have any slugs. All slugs move up to 2 areas to attack crew. Attack closed doors en route. Right, well, there's no closed doors en route, so it's going to move 1 space. It says up to 2, but they're 1 space away. I'm going to choose who he's going to attack. I'm just going to say he's going to attack this big guy here, which is here, who has a defense of 5. So his defense of 5 against its damage of 2. It needs a 4 or above. Oh my. And he lands his hit against my character. And you can see the damage he does is 4. He is not going to be having a good time. And at the end of the round, we have an activation, which we're not doing in this one. And we have a Neo-Morphosis. What that means is we put a red ring under this character now. And we give him a new skill. And it's going to be, oh no. Oh no. He's just gained 3 more lives. Oh no, 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 no. Right. Now it's the start of our round, but before we do that, we have to resolve this, or at least show it. So we put this in the first section, just to show that we've just started that emergency. And this emergency is fire suppression failure. Release Halon, Sector 5. We'll work on that in a minute. I'll show you what that is when we get to this terminal, but we have bigger fish to fry at this moment in time. So I'm going to bring Ella in. She's here, so it's 1, 2, and now I'm going to use a third action to attack that slug and hope we do some damage. She has an attack value of 6 against its defense of 8, so we need a 3 or above. We got a 5, so we have just delivered 1 more damage to this slug. It still has 3 lives. Oh my, this is not fun anymore. This might be a very short series. So after Ella Ridley's done that, we're going to now use the lady with the tank on her back. And she has an attack value of 4 against its defense of 8, which means we need a 5 or above. But she has 3 attempts. 1, fail. We've done a damage. And 1 more. And another damage. So we've done 4. It's got 1 life left. Oh my. So we're going to now play with this guy with the huge thing on his back. He does a damage of 5 against its defense of 8, which means we need 4 or more. And we did it. Is that it? Hang on, where is it? Boop, boop. So we have done 5 damage. It had 5 lives. It has now been defeated. Not going to lie, I was really worried there. I thought this is going to be a very, very short series. Because once these guys die, or we fail to get out, that's the end of the series. So we take the slug off the board. And we are now pretty much home clear. I can't remember how many rounds I used on him, so I'm just going to imagine I've used all of them. The only character that has moves left is this guy, so I'm going to close this door. That's his first move. His second move is to go in there. He's actually got no space, so I'm not going to pick that up. So I'm just going to move up. That's his 3 turns. And that is the end of that round. So we're going to move the counter down 1 more. And because there are no aliens on the board, we don't have to do any alien actions. So now, going into this round, I might just line everyone on that door, and I might peek the door, see what's in there, because I'm getting a little bit worried, because that Ripper, that could have gone bad very quickly. So she's in that space now. Does she have any space to pick anything up? No, she doesn't, so I'm going to move her again. That's 2. She has 1 move left. Ella Ridley moves 1. She has no space, so she's going to move over. She's got 1 more left. This big guy is going to go 1. Has he got any space? Yes, he does. He's going to pick it up. And what do we get? A crypto key, resolve an emergency. Oh, that'll be very good. So that was his second action, and his third action is there, which is a shame because he has a crypto key, he could have used it on there. So now we have 1 action on these 2. So Ella Ridley is going to try and solve this. We need to get all 3 of those symbols with the dice that she's allowed to roll. So we've looked, she has 4 dice for the computer symbol. We're going to roll the dice, and I'll show you what happens as we do this. So keep in mind, we are looking for these symbols here. She has 4 dice, and here we go. We have a triangle, so we're going to give it a tick on the triangle. We have that is it. That was her turn. Because she's used her turn, and she is this symbol, we put it in there. She can no longer make an attempt on this anymore. The next character that has a turn is this lady here, and she has 3 dice that she can roll. And she gets a 0 as well, which is not good, which means now she can't have another go at trying to fix this issue. That will be the end of that round, because I can't remember if he has another go. So moving this down 1, and also moving the emergency down 1. So now we've come to the next part. We're going to quickly resolve it with we're going to use the USB key to resolve this issue, because it's going to take up more and more of my time, and I'd rather just resolve it. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break and then come back to this once I've had a drink. Well, we are back. That was slightly disheartening, but let's get back straight into it. So as far as I remember, but bear with me because it's been an hour or so, I only used 1 action on him, but I'm going to still treat it as a brand new round. I'm going to push this token down and start a brand new round, so then I know I've not missed any steps. So now, what are we going to do? Should we look in the camera and see what's in this room, or should we just go in? You know what, let's just go in. With the way today is going, It can't get any worse. So now we've opened the door, we're going to see what is inside here. And we have, oh wow, I didn't think it could get worse. But we have, where's this, why is the focus not focusing in? So we have 2 eggs. One in section 1 and one in section 2. There's section 1, here's section 2. And we have a ripper in section 1. And in section 3, we have my favourite. Section 3 is in this area as well. Oh my. So, which did I use to open the door? I'm just going to say it's him that I opened the door with. So, with him being melee, he has to go in. That's his second action. Now he's in the room. And I'm going to have him attack. Let's just have him attack the Ripper. So, let's get rid of these dice from here. Right, the Ripper. How are we going to do this? So he has an attack value of 5 against the Ripper's 8. We have those 2, so it's 6, 7. I need 2 or more for this to kill the Ripper. It's a 5. That is gone. That's his moves all finished and completed. Now, the chainsaw guy, I think he does 2 damage. Where is he? Yeah, he does 2 damage, so I'm going to save him for that. Actually, I'm going to do it now. So he's going to go in the room, that's 1 move. Then he's going in the same area, that's 2 move. And he's going to go for the slug. And we're going to hope we get this one this time, because that slug was not fun. So he has an attack value of 6. We have no bonuses for the slug, and the slug has a defense of 8. So he needs 3 or above. Here we go. And he did it. So he does 2 damage. So that is gone. Whew. That's a slight relief. Now we have our 2 ranged. So let's go with Alice first. So she'll go into section 1. She's going to go for the eggs that are closest to her. Alice has an attack damage of 4 plus the bonus of 2. Oh, sorry, she only has a bonus of 1 against eggs. So it's 5 against a defense of 8. So she needs 4 or above, and she has 2 attempts. Failed on her first one. Failed on the second one. Not good. Ella Ridley's coming in now. She comes in 1 move. She has 2 actions left. And let's see, what was her attack damage? So it's 6 against its 8, so we'll call it 7. So she needs 2 or above, and she has 2 goals. We got a 5, there. So that's gone. And the one, because she's ranged, she can hit the one that's in the next space from her. And same thing again. 4, and she does it. We have cleared the area. And we can all have a sigh of relief. Wow, what a stressful fight. That's the end of that round. I'm just going to move this token so I don't forget. And now we're going to go into the new round because that door is unlocked. It's not open so we can see in it. At least that's not the way I'm treating it. So, the start of a new round. No aliens to activate. What we're going to do. Right. Who has space? Right, this lady does. So I'm going to start with her. She's going to take this. The Alice is taking that. And what was in it? It is a snack. Wow. That was a waste. Okay, so she got a snack. And do we bother trying to make anything? I don't know. I don't know whether we should try it. Right, so I'm gonna have her close the door as a second move. And a third move is to move into this area at this door, ready to open it to see what surprises we have in the final room. The next character I'm going to use is, let's go with this guy with the circular saw. His first move, and he's in that room with both of those items that he can do a skill check for. He's got the highest skill in science, so he's going to go for science. He's got 5. So we're going to give it a roll and see what we get. So 5. What's coming up for science? 7. So he needs 3 or above. He got a 6. And it is an acid gun. Very good. I'm not sure if the acid gun is single use, but we'll figure it out, I guess. So we're going to put that in his hold all. That was his taken. And he has 1 move left, I believe. Yes, he does. He's going to go back into that area, ready to breach that room. Now, Ella Ridley, let's just get everyone in this room. She's going to save her points. This guy is injured, so he's going to go use 1 point to get ready to breach this room, and he's going to use another point to heal for 1. And you know what? Let's heal another 1 because he's got 3 injured parts. No, he's only got 2. Nope. Why is it a 3? Why did I pick up a 3? So now he's only got 2 injured wounds. End of round. We're going to put the token down 1 more. And we're coming up to the last part of the game. We're going to open this door. So this door is now open. I'll use her action with the tank on her back. And inside this room is slightly more forgiving. So in area 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, and another 1. We have an egg in 3. And we have 1 Ripper in section 3. And let's have her go into the room for her second action and go for the Ripper. So with Alice, she has an attack value of 4 with a Ripper advantage of 2, so we'll call it 6 against its 8. She needs a 3 or above. She got a 5, and that Ripper's, you know, these Rippers have not had any chance against us. That's her moves all done. Now we're going to go in with this guy. What's his name? Keep forgetting all the names. Need to remember them. Robert. So Robert has an attack value of 5. Plus 1 against eggs, so we'll call it 6. So he needs 3 or above for each egg. That's a 2. He failed. 1 more go. And a 1. And he failed. So I'm just going to put him to the side. Now we're going to go in with the guy with the circular saw. He's now in the room. He's got 2 actions left. And again, we're going for the eggs. With the circular saw, he has an attack value of 6 plus 1. Which makes it 7 against its 8, so he needs 2 or above. He fails, it was a 1. And the next one, a 5. We finally got 1 off the board. Still 2 eggs. It's all down to you, Ella Ridley. We really need you to do this. So I'm going to put her in the room with the closest egg. And she's going to go and use her last 2 actions on these eggs. She has an attack value of 6 plus the bonus, which is 7 against its 8. She needs 2 or above. And we got a 4. So we got this egg done. She's got 1 action left. And I'm really hoping that we're going to get this last egg. Here we go. And a 6. Success. So that's the eggs gone. That round's over with. We're going to put this down, tracker down 1 more. And now we're going to the next round. There are no aliens on the board at all, so we could take our sweet time. We could even come and pick up this, but we're not going to bother. But we are going to close the door behind us with the girl with the tank on her back. So she uses her action, she closes it. 2, 3. She is now ready to leave as soon as we repair that door. The guy with the thing on his back goes 1, 2. He's got 1 action left. He's going to try and fix that door. So to fix that door, he has a repair value of 5. And the door is 7. So we need a 3 or above to fix that door. And he got a 4. We have repaired the door. So that was his last action. So now we'll go with Ella Ridley. 1, 2, 3. She opens the door. And with this guy is 1, 2, 3. He's left. We've pretty much won that round. This has finished the whole tutorial level. There's a couple of hiccups in this whole process. Could have gone smoother, I admit, but it's my first time making one of these videos, so I'm hoping it actually turned out pretty well, saying it's the first time I've ever done anything like this with multiple cameras and all this setup. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this and you want to see more of it. In the next round, I'm going to ask you guys, do you think I should take the items with me forward into the next mission, or should I start fresh? Since this is tutorial, I'm going to leave this up to whoever writes in the comments. There's not that many items. All we have is with Alice, she has a snack bar. With Robert, he has a crypto key and a max shield. With Pedro, he has instruction pad and an acid gun. And with Ella Ridley, she has life support gear. If you like this video, please do give it a like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel and this has taken a lot of effort. But thank you for watching if you have. Have a great day.